Diecast Expo. If you still remember, Diecast Expo 2023 was a banger. Not quite one, but it still got some really cool stuff out of it. Last year, it was at the Great Wall City. Masterpiece and Tiny participated. There was a lot of very interesting stuff that happened there. You can watch last year's video if you want. But this year, they decided to change things up a bit. Honestly, it lacks quite severely. To put it simply, they collaborated with a car expo, the IAM Automobile 2024, something that I'm not really interested in as a guy who covers bus content. I mean, I only care enough about the left-hand drive Tesla Cybertruck lah, but that's it honestly to me. The problem is that having Diecast Expo in a car event is like having the tiny booth at Comic Con. It's like, okay lah, it's quite related, but I cannot relate at the same time. Okay, but that aside, the other elephant in the room is actually Masterpiece and Tiny wasn't even present during the event. Usually in the lead up to the event, if you remember last year, there was a lot of publicity about Tiny participating, like what they're going to show. This year, there's nothing. That's because they never even participated at all. I was very tempted to buy the ticket, but thank God it was complimentary. And because it's actually a paid event, based on what I heard, the Masterpiece Collectibles boss mentioned that he's going to actually skip the event because of it. Anyhow, because Masterpiece and Tiny was not there, it's very obvious the crowd is like nothing much compared to last year lah. Last year you have crowds that snake from like the front of the atrium all the way towards the back of the mall. Meanwhile, this year is legit just empty. You still have people walking around. There's still booths like Hot Wheels and Tomica and the standard classic car stuff and other models from like Mini GT and Eno 64 and whatever still present there. It's just that the bus side of stuff isn't really bussing, no pun intended. Because of how lacking this event is, I still decided to just pay a visit, cause why not? What have I got, basically? You may ask me. This is the newest bus I got. Why air quotes? Because get out, I clickbait y'all again. I bought this stuff and there's a perfect explanation why. I bought this Tomica Stepwgn because it seemed interesting. Let me just quickly take a look. Oh no, wow, the doors don't open. I thought the doors were open. I thought the back were open, but okay lah, quite cool lah. If you're a bus guy again, they sold the standard Tomica stuff and they also sold the Toyota Sora SD. But then you may ask, what about these two buses? And I thought you would have this. Yeah, I got mine here. To be fair, right, this Citaro is incredibly cheap. $3 eh. I found this and this bus at the very together section where there's a lot of random small little shops or people side hustling trying to sell their models. Yeah, I found this there and it's honestly a really big steal eh. $3 eh, you think about it. Normally this one, if you go to Don Don Donki or whatever, it costs 20 eh. My parents bought this last time when it was just released in like 2011 and it was so cool. The articulated bodywork actually feels so satisfying and it's good to have another one. Oh, this one's a little bit more, it feels very loose. It's more rusted on here and here and somehow the rims have better maintenance than my one. It's like every other part that seems to be more damaged. It's not really that damaged on my part, so I don't know if I feel like it, maybe one day I can hot swap it. I like how there was like one period of time, right, I think like 2015ish all the way to like a few years ago, this was very hard to come by in like general stores. Like you go to, I don't know, Toys R Us or whatever, you cannot find this. It's only until like I think past few years there's suddenly new stocks for this, then you can find it readily. And I just bought it right 10 years ago, it was 20, not even 20, I think 15. Now this is 20 now this is just $3 how much discount I got here. And the worst part was that I remember when I was young, right, one Tomica toy, right, cost like I think $5 or $5.95 only. I would buy at Metro and shit. Now it's $8 at Diecast and I think that's not even the cheapest you can find Crazy. And the other one, this rickety old bus. If you remember, right, last year, oh shit, no wonder it's sold for cheap. Oh fuck my life. Okay, basically, if you remember last year, right, when I did the Diecast Expo video, I showed this book, right, that has all the Tomica models and stuff. I'm just lazy to bring it out, that's why I'm not showing it here. There was one page about this very old bus that I'm very interested in. I saw this year and I was interested to buy it, but I was stupid enough because I didn't realize the front latch is actually gone. But then, if you can see, $5 It's quite retro I'll pop the details on screen because it's blocked by the price sticker and it's very hard to take out. But yeah, at least the rear door is working. Look at that. Rear door action These buses don't even have it today. This is insane. Obviously this looks slightly larger. This is like your modern day, the very big one that they just released. It's just that I think the one the doors cannot even open. So this is still better by a long shot, just that this one looks like a very time accurate bus from like when it was released. I think 1980s, right? But it still looks quite cool. I actually quite like this. I dig this kind of stuff. I mean, I do see it in the Hong Kong ones. It was at Insport. It was very expensive, or I just don't really feel like buying it. It wasn't my priority, so I just didn't really care. So I think this is the best alternative that I have. Okay, but anyways, all of this aside, let's talk about the big one, SGBC, or technically Let's Play's involvement in the Diecast Expo. And honestly, Let's Play cooks a lot. Let's Play is the go-to place that I got a lot of my bus models over the past few years. I found out about it from Javier like as early as 2019. I got a lot of my miniature bus models from Let's Play from 2020. Mostly it's from Tiny, and in recent times, whatever that's interesting they got is a very reliable place, which is why I enjoy it. There's a lot of variety. Even if you are a new guy, you come in, you want to buy stuff, you can get probably most of the newer releases there one shot. You won't probably go that pokai like very easily when you go to Let's Play compared to some other sellers. Since this is their first time involving in an event, I don't know if that's true. They had quite a lot of interesting stuff. They got a bunch of Inno64 stuff, they have Mini GT stuff, mostly cars because after all it's a cars expo. And then there's also a few like bus section stuff, like there is a few tiny buses there on sale. There's a few masterpiece one, but the biggest one in the room is obviously SGBC bus. During the event, they sold one of these, the exclusive Shuttle 1 Singapore bus. And it's actually quite funny because that weekend that the expo was happening, the train derailment at the East West Line is still going on. They're still repairing it. So it's quite funny that they actually sold this during the event. They had 58 of them actually. And I like how on the last day when they so-called think that they are going to fix on the 30th of Sep, when in reality it got delayed to the 1st, they put like a small sign saying the train is still down or something. And it's funny, but yeah, that's why I love Let's Play a lot. There's also a bunch of other SGBC ones, like this one which you've been seeing like for the past few minutes. There's also the ISB B12 ones, which I don't really collect much because honestly I'm not really into the ISB hype. I'd rather just get the SG ones and then that's it. ISB maybe another day Initially actually I don't want to buy this also. It's only until I see it's 483. It's a very cool service, so I just buy Anyways, my experience this time out with Let's Play during Diecast Expo is comparatively different, and it almost panicked because I actually had to collect someone's pre-order at the event. Basically, right, what usually happens is on a normal day, if you go to the shop at Sunshine Plaza, you'll be greeted by either Uncle Peter or the auntie, or both actually, there. And normally what happens is if you want to collect an item, say this very illegal bus, which I will talk about in a future video, you just need to say, I want to buy this item on Facebook. You just contact them through Messenger, you collect through the store, you say that you're collecting on behalf of this guy's name, or you probably show the Messenger convo, you're done, it's settled already. Uncle Peter will help you, he'll say, this guy collected on your behalf, and then you're done. You send the picture over, you collect it, done and dusted, easy game. You just pass over to your friend and it's done already. And the funny thing was, you thought after all the pre-order process, you wonder, is it very easy to abuse? Sway, I kena on the Diecast Expo day itself. I collected a bunch of stuff like this one from a few days prior. I also collected the complimentary ticket needed to enter inside Diecast Expo. Problem is that I passed everything except the ticket and the bus that I have to Javier, and Javier couldn't find the receipt to Diecast Expo, so I'm kind of screwed. On the day itself, there's a bunch of additional stuff there, including Uncle Peter and I think his wife, whatever. I just don't know at this point. I'm not very deep into the law. They needed the receipt. I don't have it. I showed the screenshot to one of the staff present at the event. He was not convinced. I panicked already, and the worst part is he was overseas, so I have to message him, try to get him to settle everything, try to get him to verify that I'm the trusted person and whatnot. I messaged him through WhatsApp, and because I never saved his contact and his WhatsApp profile name is not even his own name, right, I am even more screwed. Luckily, at the end of the day, I managed to get Uncle Peter over. He recognized me because I collected this a few days ago, so everything was Gucci. He knew that I was the one that collected, and it was all settled. Thank goodness it was settled. To be fair, I understand where they are from but at that kind of situation, you imagine you are quite screwed up I was literally in a shock then You also have to imagine let's say I didn't actually go down to the Diecast Expo myself. It was say Javier that went down instead, and he had to collect the bus on behalf. That's even more screwed, to be fair. So yeah, moral of the story, just keep your receipts for real, because honestly you won't know when this kind of stuff happens. Or maybe just take a picture of it I don't even believe they'll even accept the pictures anyways. So yeah, anyways, off the long yapping aside, let's take a look at this bus that we have here. Like why I say this is the Volvo B9TL Go Ahead recruitment ad that they had when Go Ahead just handed over in 2016. This model was hinted as far back as August. There was a picture with like a bunch of models that he have, and this one stood out because it showed from the back and there was like not much detail. So yeah, standard SGBC like stuff here and here. 483 upper East Coast. I don't even need a scissors to open. I can just peel from here, right? Yeah. Actually, I'll be lazy. Maybe I just cut like this and it look like I probably just made it very pristine. And the stickers also. Stickers, I think it's just the... Oh yeah, the Go Ahead logo, the website, because it's on the side. All of them are separate. So let's just take this out. Standard box. And boom. Honestly, it looks quite blunt without the logo. I'll probably paste it another time. But it looks quite nice either way. We got SG 505P 43 Upper East Coast through Paya Lebar Road slash MRT, Paya Lebar Road slash MRT, and Buangkok MRT. Yeah, welcome to my favorite part of the video where I give up putting so much text that I should just might as well film everything. It's 11 o'clock. I'm trying to rush this video out. Just now I was quite busy settling stuff and I was sleepy too long about just now, but it doesn't really matter. Why? Because if I go over here right, to Go Ahead, right, the funny thing that I realized is, let's say right, modern day 483 EDS right, looks something like this, you know, Upper East Coast, and then the text like this, right. The thing is that the SGBC one here, right, this one, I know it's quite dark because it's freaking 11 PM already. I'm trying to rush this out. Actually, you see this Upper East Coast thing? Yeah, it looks very similar to this one. When in reality, right, if I know very geekish, if it's supposed to be VSAT era, right, it's actually supposed to be something like this. Where, you know, either it says Upper East Coast Marine Parade Road, or let's say Upper East Coast via Sengkang East Road. It's supposed to look something like this. Yeah, I love clarifying to the point where I get laughed at. Ha 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 ha. Honestly, 43 is also quite a really strange service. During the BSAP era, you got 43M. 43M runs alongside 43, but then every time when they schedule the departures, right, 43 and 43M would eventually bunch up. And sometimes you'll see double 43M bunching. By the way, you can see behind, this is like one whole huge flat of metal. It feels way thicker instead of the plastic that you have. But yeah, it looks quite detailed. Obviously, because this is a full wrap ad at the time, the top here is entirely SBS color steel. So let's compare. I have here the very first gen one again. And basically, because SGBC is using a modified version of the ATM B9TL retooling, there isn't much difference to what you can see. Actually, this is the first gen one where they haven't even put the mirrors on the side at the start yet. I put it side by side. Why do I feel like the newer ones, this one pop out a lot more than usual? This is popping out more than usual. I don't recall hitting anything on the ground. Oh no. Yeah, there's this small gap here right at the window section. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I think it's a defect, but I will just take it like, I mean, it doesn't really affect the whole structural integrity or how it looks, to be fair. It's still quite nice. It's just I don't know why is it bulging like that. I got so-called another SGBC B9TL, which is the SBS 51, which I will not open because this is actually worth a lot of money even up till now. I don't think there is like a single bulge here, so I guess there's some rare defect. Even this one, the so-called official yet unofficial Tower Transit B9TL, looks quite okay. If you want to see me talk about this and also the 3D2S, right, you can stay tuned because I'll definitely be doing a whole video talking about this. But yeah, anyways, that's why at the start of the video you see me showing this, cause both pairs out ironically quite well. I don't know if it's intentional or not cause we got the Tower Citaro ad last year. And now this year we got Go Ahead. I think at this point you can collect almost every operator's like major ad per se. Because I got this too. And then I got this. Then I don't know why I can get for SMRT already. Either ways, I think the bottom also don't really have much difference. And anyways, I forgot to say because this is the newer retooling one compared to last year's one. You can see the middle compartment, right, is gone. This small little support beam, which is gone from here. It's just nothing in the middle here. It's all for realism. And below, obviously, isn't much stuff. So yeah, that is everything. I hope I don't really damage it if I put it here. So yeah, that's it for this very rambly video about Diecast Expo. For those tuning in, next week onwards, I actually have an original video planned already where I unbox this one. Well, actually I filmed it already, it's just that I couldn't get it done before Diecast Expo because I got an EWL disruption video planned, so that one have to go first. In a few weeks time, you can stay tuned to the unboxing of this. And I also mentioned in that video my plan is that I'll try to break down the unboxing videos into smaller chunks, except for bigger events like this or ToyCon where there's a lot more release, then I'll just put it together in a massive video. Other than that, all of this one-off release that come out throughout the year, right, I'll just make it into a separate video. I try to group together in a category. If you feel very interested, you want to stay tuned and watch more of it, do remember to like this video and also subscribe so you can check out more of it. Or you can even watch some of the previous one. I've been doing this for a while already. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time. Goodbye.